The bus screeched to a halt in front of the hostel gates. I grabbed my luggage and stepped out, my heart racing with excitement and nerves. As I walked towards the hostel building, I couldn't help but notice the sprawling grounds and the bustling atmosphere. I was greeted by the warden, a stern-looking woman with a kind smile. "Welcome to hostel life, young one," she said, handing me a registration form. I filled out the form and was assigned a room on the 3rd floor. As I made my way upstairs, I met my roommate, Rohan. Rohan was a tall, lanky guy with a messy mop of hair. He grinned at me and said, "Hey, roomie, welcome to our humble abode." We spent the rest of the day unpacking and settling in. I was amazed at how quickly Rohan and I became fast friends. The next day, we attended our first lecture. The professor droned on, but Rohan and I exchanged silly notes and giggled quietly. After class, we headed to the mess hall for lunch. The food was surprisingly good, and we chatted with our fellow hostel mates. As the days went by, Rohan and I fell into a comfortable routine. We'd study together, watch movies, and explore the campus. But hostel life wasn't all smooth sailing. There were disagreements and fights, but Rohan and I always managed to work things out. One day, we decided to pull off a midnight feast. We sneaked into the kitchen and whipped up a batch of Maggi noodles. As we sat down to eat, the warden burst into the kitchen, a look of surprise on her face. "What's going on here?" she demanded. Rohan and I exchanged nervous glances, but then we burst out laughing. The warden couldn't help but smile. From that day on, the warden turned a blind eye to our midnight feasts. She even joined us occasionally. As the months passed, Rohan and I grew closer. We became more than just roommates. We became brothers. We supported each other through thick and thin, through exams and heartbreaks. But hostel life wasn't just about Rohan and me. We made friends with the other hostel mates, and together we formed a tight-knit community. We had our differences, but we always managed to work things out. We became a family. As I looked around at my fellow hostel mates, I realized that hostel life had taught me valuable lessons about friendship, loyalty, and community. It had been a wild ride, full of ups and downs, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. As I packed my bags to leave the hostel, I felt a pang of sadness. I would miss this place and the people who had become my family. Rohan and I hugged each other tightly, tears streaming down our faces. "We'll stay in touch," Rohan promised, his voice shaking. I nodded, knowing that our friendship would last a lifetime. As I walked out of the hostel gates for the last time, I smiled, knowing that hostel life had been an experience I would never forget.